We just got back from Welland, Ontario, where we built a fairy tree for their main library, and I can't wait to tell you about it. Let's get into it. So the Welland Library calls, and they want to clad a column with a whimsical tree, and that's what I could do. So I'm thinking mystical forest, fairies. I thought about it, watched a movie.
Hey there, elf. It's me, Lars.
And with my mystical Apple Pencil, I doodled. There's no design budget there, so there's a doodle budget. I showed the library my direction. They loved it. They showed City Council. And not only did they love it, but they greenlit the work. I had an old rebar cage about the size of the column, and the welding area ceiling was about the height of the library ceiling. We always start structural, so I shaped my branches and fabricated the braces that would attach the branch to the column. Then the foliage came in, so I was able to get a pretty good sense of the positioning of our canopy. And once that was done, Ethan then took the branches, added the lath, his strength coat, and a finishing coat, along with his paint, and ready to be shipped. Next, the library wanted an interactive portion, so we wanted it to look like the fairy lived in the tree roots. This is why I took this chunk of boulder to build off of. From there, I created an insert that would go into the root bowl and added some hinges for a door and some hardware for plexiglass. Concrete to cover, and layer by layer, things started to take shape. Fiber optics were an overwhelming mess in a small space, but still it was fun, especially when I glued them behind the resin crystals, the mushrooms, and then added some moss. I made a door with the antique hardware and cut to fit some artificial grass that the kids can sit on. We've done all we can in the shop, so it's time to hit the road and head to Welland. Turns out we're right by the water, so that was a nice bonus. We got right to work protecting everything and then securing lath to the column. We got the branches and the root bowl in place and started with our strength coat. I also wanted a full canopy, so I made a stencil and painted leaves on the ceilings to hopefully create that depth. We hid the light strips behind our work and secured the mushrooms to the tree. Our finish coat really takes great impressions from the maple stamp. Lighting check was the first time that we've seen this all together, and it worked beautifully. So we secured everything, and then Patrick and Ethan did this wonderful job painting moss and lichen onto the tree. After a quick cleanup, we're ready to show it off. So many elements to see in here, and I really hope that if you're ever in the area, you get a chance to go see it. I think my big takeaway from this project is what a fun thing to do for the children. It's a small little space, and I just think it was such a great idea for the library to bring us in and really just hopefully ignite a child's imagination. I would love to come back and see a child curled up on that little root bowl on the grass with a book and just imagining a far off land. That would just be so cool. And there it is. Beautiful little town by the water, beautiful little library, and what a wonderful little project where we got to try all sorts of things. Fiber optics, resin cast molds. Some things are a little bit different this time, and some beautiful paintwork by artists. That's all I got for you today. Until next time, I'm Sean Mangan, and we are Rock Inc.